Today, with it being Halloween, I mean, I can't think of a better interview than talking to Burning Witches guitarist Courtney Cox.
Halloween.
What's going on?
It's going. It's going.
You're in Germany today?
Deutschland.
Deutschland? Listening
Over
to
here.
your Rammstein, of course, right?
That's how I'm learning the language.
Exactly. Exactly. When they came through, I guess it was 2 years ago that they came to Philly at Lincoln Financial. And I saw them, and yeah, like I'm singing along, not really knowing what I'm saying, but you know, try my
I
best.
remember I was on a 70,000 tons a long time ago, and there was a heavy metal karaoke. And I was hanging out with Mila from Creator, and someone was singing Du Hast. I'm like, can you translate this in like real time for me? And then when he started translating, I'm like, those are the lyrics.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, really? We're singing this? But of course, Americans, we have no idea what's going on, but it's still good music.
And guess what? The music itself is just phenomenal. So, I've spoken to so many German metal bands and metal bands across Europe, and it's the tunes, like, the metal, and you can just like a parrot, you can sing along, not really knowing, but it's the music that gets you.
Yeah. Sometimes I think when you actually find out what they're singing, it kind of ruins it for you. So they dumb and be like, yeah, too hot.
What's the scene right now in Europe with regards to metal from your point of view?
And this is like a main reason why, I kind of jumped ship and moved over here. I mean, going back and forth from the States over here was a little too much on me. So I always had this dream of just being out here because the metal scene is, I mean, as cheesy as it sounds, is religion. I mean, just the festival scene alone kind of puts the States to shame. Sorry, but but metal, it just, everyone supports each other. They go out to shows. It's not that typical. I lived in LA for a long time, not the impress me kind of thing. Just
Yeah.
everyone is just trying to have a good time, and they just love the music, and they go out of their way to check out new bands. They don't just like hold on to the golden era ones or like Maiden coming through, stuff like that. Like they literally go out to everything, and it's just so refreshing.
You're from Philly, so, and I'm talking to you from Philly now. So, I go to so many shows, and Philly does give it up, though, I think. Even when there's an opener, there'll be clubs like the TLA and the Troc and Electric Factory where people will be in. Like sometimes people, they'll stay in the parking lot and tailgate until the headliner comes on. But I don't know, man. I
Tailgate.
think I think I think Philly shows up. And I get that feel from. I mean, come on, Wacken. You see all the videos from Wacken Festival. It's like
Oh,
tease.
all around. It's just great. And then, what? I grew up at the truck. My stepfather was the main bouncer there for many, many years. Big Ted. He
Very
probably.
cool. Very cool. I've shot many, many bands there. Yeah.
I'm kind of really sad that, that venue went under. That was like my venue to go to.
But
But yeah,
so
Philly.
many, so many went away after COVID. Like they just couldn't survive having that period off. You got right now, you got the Electric Factory here, which is Franklin Music Hall, and you got, of course, the bigger venues. But I think we have a show at the TLA with Lorna Shore in about a week or two. But there's just it used to be every other week there'd be somebody either at the Troc or the TLA, and it's just not like that anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Mm.
Right.
Oh, I saw Burning Witches at the Starland back in, I think, March or something with LA Guns and KK's Priest. I mean, that, touring with Ripper and KK that had to have been insane.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've known Ripper for a very long time. I remember
He's been around, yeah.
we opened up for him. I think it was Ecuador or something a long time ago when I was in the Maiden. So like we go way, way back. And then I mean, even for me, growing up, learning how to play guitar, playing Priest songs, watching KK walk in the door the first day of the tour is like, but I mean, I can't say it was the first, but I was like, I think that was the third kind of tourish thing that, we were on the bill with KK. So, but I mean, every night it was just, you hear the same songs every night being on the tour package, but me and the rest of the band, we were literally in the crowd losing our voices every single night. It just did not get old at all. And we were just so grateful and humbled to be a part of something like that.
And I mean the set was amazing, and it was so cool for me because this year earlier I saw Girl School play
Yeah.
at a club locally. So you don't see a lot of chick metal bands, and here in the same year I saw Burning Witches and Girl School. It's like, come on, get out there.
I mean, we've been around for like, I mean, just speaking in general as a female musician, we are around. It's just, catching that show.
Yeah, no, sure, sure. Obviously, today we're gonna, we're focusing on the upcoming tour, the Burning Witches Dark US tour. And when's the band's touchdown in the States this time?
Our first show is Fresno, California, October 23rd at Fulton 55. See, I'm
And
doing
then,
well. Like I actually
yes.
know where we're going this time.
And then you guys are headed to the whiskey, right?
Yeah, on the 24th, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's a shame you have a gig the 23rd because I checked it out, and Robbie Krieger from the Doors is playing at the whiskey on the 23rd.
You don't
So
know.
it's just crazy. Have you guys played the whiskey before?
Yes, one other time, and that was, I believe, last December or the December before. Sorry, everything just runs together when you're on
Yeah.
the road so
When
much.
you're on the
But
road.
yeah,
Playing a venue like that, I mean, I'm a music historian, and I know the legacy of the whiskey. I mean, when you first walk through the doors, is it like Valhalla? Like I've made it to the whiskey?
I don't know. I think I'm kind of jaded because I lived in LA for like 15 years, so that was just
Gotcha.
like my watering hole, like stomping around that and the
Right, the
rainbow and the rock.
troubadour and all that. Yeah,
So like I was in that kind of 2000 scene. I mean, I wasn't alive pretty much in the 80s, but I'm sure it is nothing compared to what it used to be, but it was still a good time.
didn't
Always
imagine.
people, like, even to this day, always around, especially at the Rainbow. Everyone still goes there. I mean, I love living there because there's literally a show every night, all
Mhm.
every genre you can think of. So it was just really great time.
The Dark US tour goes on for about 3 weeks, and you guys are hitting Denver and Vegas and Dallas and a bunch of the many cities until it wraps up on
I
the
hope it
15th.
ends in Florida, but I don't know at this point because of,
Yeah,
post or there's going to be another couple of hurricanes coming. So
yep. I know my brother's out on the west coast of Florida, and he luckily survived. It was, I think, Tampa got hit pretty hard.
family and stuff.
There's
So
another one
yeah.
coming through. So, the band just left the States. You guys, played, like I said, during the summertime. You guys just can't stay away from the US, huh?
I mean, I'm kicking myself because I just moved to Europe, changed my life, culture
I
shock for
moved to
me.
Europe so I don't have to travel, and here you are.
And then we keep going back to the States. I'm like, come on, guys. It's great. In the summer, I mean, it was a short little, run. Like I think we did 5 shows because we had to get back for the more festivals in Europe. So we're just bouncing around. So we'll
Yeah,
go
I
anywhere.
mean, just getting over the U.S. festival scene with all the Danny Wimmer present stuff. I was talking to Ryan from Drowning Pool last night, and I think that tonight is the first, and just it's a one-off of the Mayhem Festival, which obviously used to be a touring festival. So and there's rumors about that coming back on around. I think it would be so cool because especially here on the East Coast, we don't have a festival like Uproar Festival and Rock Allegiance used to come around here, but we don't have like a Aftershock
Have
or nothing like that.
Maryland Death Fest. That's pretty much all I can think of.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, you have to go down south a little bit to South Carolina or out to Ohio for uh, I don't forget what they call it. It used to be Rock on the Range, but yeah, it would be kind of cool to have a traveling metal festival again.
Yeah, long are the days over since Ozfest. I remember always going to Camden
Oh
Tweeter
my
Center.
God. And it's so funny. Yeah, I mean, and people listening to it.
Always be the Tweeter Center. Sorry, it would always be the Tweeter Center.
And I was just going to say, people watching may not know, but the Tweeter Center's been 6 different sponsors since then. The BB&T Center and the Tweeter, but I always call it the Tweeter or Susquehanna Bank Center, and
Yeah. Saw
yeah,
so many good. Everything was great there.
it's just crazy, man. So Ozzy, the man, is considered the godfather of metal. Who would you consider the godmother of metal? I mean,
Oh,
would it be Dora? Would it be
I would
Lita? You know,
say Dora with Warlock,
yeah,
but
yep.
that's my pick. I mean, even. just, the hard rock into metal kind of stuff, Girl School, obviously. Lemmy was always, praising them. Amazing women, really friendly. We played some shows with them out here. I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, I mean, just overall, I'd say Doro.
Yeah, Doro is just amazing, and Vakken's like her home away from home almost. She's like rules the Vakken festival.
Yeah, Dusseldorf.
And her drummer Johnny D is also from Philly, so
Great
Philly's
box.
well represented in Germany, man. Come on.
Every time I run into it, Dalco, Dalco.
And you guys could reminisce about Wawa here or there.
All the time. And there's a bunch of Johns being thrown around there, and every single people.
Exactly.
It literally describes everything, and I really don't want to get into it because you will not understand. If you've
Right.
never eaten a movie on a trash can outside of Wawa, you do not
You have
understand.
not lived. It's simple as that. Obviously, the band's last album or the latest album is The Dark Tower. I mentioned Ozzy a minute ago. The band covered Shot in the Dark.
Yep.
Great version. What was the decision to cover that one? I mean, there's a gazillion songs you can cover, but why Shot in the Dark?
That album was pressed before I showed up in the picture. I re-recorded three of the tracks for the digital
Oh, right
release.
on. Yep.
I know, and then I went back in and redid guitars for Shot in the Dark when we released the music video for it. And I mean, the song choices they do for covers each album, usually it's two per album. I'm just like, yes, it just touches on like our influences and what still gets us going. And then God, I remember being in the studio because I'm really good friends with Jakey Lee and just like sitting there like, man, I cannot fuck this up. It was kind of strange because for that song, well, I knew this, going in like he has a weird tuning on that. And then we're in C sharp standard, not doing that weird tuning. So it was kind of on the fly, having to rearrange and figure out different fingerings and like try to keep it as close as possible because, I'm a perfectionist like that. And I also didn't want to get a call from Jakey, cursing me out.
Courtney,
But
what the hell did you do? Come on.
I know, I think I'm going to invite him out to our Vegas show coming up, and then I'm going to talk to him about it. Like, have you heard it yet? And if he says no, I'm like, good. It was a good time, and we're already kind of cracking away at album six. So now it's what two songs are we picking this time? So
Sure.
there's just pick from, so many influences, and I don't know. I mean, everyone's like, oh, I'm doing covers, but those two covers on each album is kind of just like a release for us in the studio,
Okay.
because time crunch and you're trying to get the album done. So like when everything original is finished, it's like, we have this time in the studio. So we just like to shoot the shit and have fun and just, reminisce about, rocking out in our bedrooms with, fake guitars growing up. And now we get to, lay it down in the studio. So I mean, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But we love trying to include, influences somehow on the album and then boom, two covers.
Sure. Your guitar there, your six string. What's the headstock there? What I don't know what kind of brand it is. That headstock is crazy, man.
Comparison. Yeah, it's like my
Wow.
web stage. Like, don't come close to me. Like, this is my space, or you're gonna get this.
Yeah, that is so
Uh,
cool, man.
yeah, comparison. They're based out of Japan. I play them. Like the Kill Switch guys play them. Andy from King Diamond used to use them back in the day. They're really great. I mean, Japanese, you can't beat that. So
I had recently seen I saw that Laura did a sing through for the title track, The Dark Tower. Her pipes are insane. And I'll be watching her do a sing through, not a guitar playthrough or a drum playthrough. I don't see a lot of those, man. So I think that was brave to really stand out there and just have the camera focused on her voice. She kills it on this album, man.
yeah, I mean, like, yeah, when she does his videos, I mean, it's really hard to do. I mean, it's even hard doing guitar playthroughs, but singing and being focused on you. She does it in one take. I don't know how she does it.
Unreal.
But yeah, like her voice, yeah, is unreal. And now she goes out every night and it's just there, because you could be on the road for a long time. Fatigue happens even for guitar players, but her voice, she's she's starting to feel it. You know what? She'll literally walk around with the sign saying in silent mode because she's resting her voice. So she's funny.
That's classic.
She's a professional. She takes care of her boys, and that's what you got to do. That's the only way to survive and be consistent. And that's all the game.
Sure, sure. All right. Well, the Dark U.S. tour starts off October 23rd through November 15th, as long as there's no hurricanes. What happens after that for Burning Witches?
Like I said, we're cracking away at the next album, and we just do the norm. We road warriors. We're just shows, shows, shows. And like I said, hopefully Philly soon, because
Yeah, I mean, you'll probably be back to the States. I mean, why not? So,
yeah, we'll be back, of course. That's all we're going to. We got big. I mean, I'm not allowed to say anything, but there's a lot of big things planned and some great release stuff coming. Other than this new record that's already started, and yeah,
sure.
just keep your eyes on our social medias and the website, and we're easy to find. Just Google it, but.
Yep. Burningwitches.ch is the website, so check that out. And yeah,
Of course, they are Swiss. Everyone gets that wrong. They always put .com. I'm like, no, they're Swiss. CH.
right, right. Well, listen, have a great time back in the States. And I don't think that they have Wawas out west, but maybe once you get trucking, I know they do in Florida.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
So
trust me, I found
maybe
that
you'll
out
grab
real.
one.
I think the only great thing I get on this next run is Bucky's, like in the Texas area.
There you go. There you go.
All on steroids.
It does
So
it does not compare though. Wawa is its own thing.
yeah,
Courtney, thanks so much. Take care, and we'll see you down the road.
my pleasure. Talk to you
Right on.
soon.
Cheers. Bye
Later.
bye.